The fourth edition of MMA Global India and Group M's Modern Marketing Reckoner, Winning with AI, focuses on a holistic view of how AI impacts various facets of marketing. It delves deep into the transformational force of AI with strategies, use cases, thought leadership, articles, tips, and best practices from leading AI revolutionaries and decision makers across the full spectrum of brands, marketers, agencies, publishers and tech enablers. It elicits point of views on the impact and role of AI on four key pillars, the 4Ps of marketing: product, place, price and promotion, by some of the most illustrious voices from our industry. Let's begin the conversation with you, Mabs. The report sheds light on the impact of AI on optimizing media spend, something that we discussed in the first part of this panel discussion, improving ROI as well for advertising investments and for marketers. In your opinion, how has AI changed the overall advertising landscape at large?
Yeah, so I think it's transformed our lives, to put it quite mildly, and it's the entire process of creation, right? It starts with insights. I think Rohit mentioned a lot about the insight mining and how AI is helping us really define and create those sharp cohorts, which was earlier a little more by intuition or by delving deep into multiple data sources. AI is helping us very organically create meaningful cohorts of consumers and get better insights into them. After that comes the entire planning stage. Now, at planning, the way AI is getting infused into our tools is that it's able to not just do the usual thing of planning for reach or planning for impact or something, but planning for tasks, because AI is able to tell us intuitively what kind of mix is better at what kind of task, for instance. And then it comes to the question you raised, which is optimization. Now, optimization from a manual lens, when it transforms to optimization from an AI lens, you're able to do thousands of campaign line items in real time at one go, cohort into platform, into creative, into kind of data signal, and all that's happening in live, in real time, and with thousands of creative options, which are also being generated through the power of AI. So that's again a transformation in the business. And then finally, when it comes to the measurement and attribution and closing the loop, there again AI has transformed what's possible, because it does pattern recognition in real time. So we are able to see how a particular element is performing, and we are also able to therefore completely close the loop.
At Banks, if you can probably give an example on how it has helped improve the customer experience within your organization.
Sure. So I'll give you one simple use case. Imagine you want to issue a credit card to an early jobber. So this young kid studying in a college, fees paid by his parents till now, living on a stipend which was again paid by his parents. And for the first time he started to earn a full-time salary. And like all good Indian kids, part of the salary, first salary will go to getting gifts for their families, but after that he starts to spend. He wants to buy the latest iPhone. He's spending for the first time without any concern. So he wants to get the best gadgets, the latest clothes, wants to eat out at various places. And in many cases, he's looking for maximizing his salary, because he earns 50,000 rupees. Can I make it 70,000 rupees? So I want a card which can give me the best deals, discounts, and sometimes he overruns his salary, so he needs credit. So herein comes in a credit card company. So how does a credit card company decide whether he's credit worthy or not? And if he's credit worthy, how much credit to give to him on his card, or how much limit to give to him on his card? So let's start with this use case. So the person who's looking at credit in the organization can look at various data algorithms that we've built to define how credit worthy this person is, how likely that he will pay back and not get delinquent, and if he's credit worthy, what is the right credit limit to give to him. Once you have a pre-approved offer for this person, the product marketing guy comes into the picture and says, okay, what is the right value proposition for this person, so that out of the 20 cars that could be there in the market, he's most likely to buy my card. So if he's a guy who's really into, let's say, shopping, would a Kotak Mintra co-branded card be the right one for him? Or if he's more into eating out or traveling, therefore what is the right credit card for him? Once you really decide the right value proposition for him, then you can figure out using artificial intelligence, what is the right messaging to give to him. Would he be more directly we directly convert to an emotionally driven message or a functional message about deals and offers. So once he's, let's say, bought the card, artificial intelligence can even further help you managing his spend patterns. So the credit card product owner could kind of look at AI and look at his spend patterns to decide, how much, how do I maximize his limit? What are the purchases that I could offer to convert into an EMI, so that he kind of uses as much of the credit limit, and therefore is delighted by the experience. Moving forward, if he's a good spender, AI can help me increase his credit limit. And once that happens, that person feels happy at the fact that you've made it more personalized for him. And then finally, moving on to collections. Until the credit card company receives the money back, it's not complete. So how could AI help the collections team identify who are the people who could potentially default on the credit? And if you already can predict that before that even happens, you could have that conversation with that particular person and help him navigate through the whole process so that he doesn't delinquent, and that leads to a much happier, engaged customer. So I think overall, the best use of AI is to create more personalized propositions and offerings so that it leads to real consumer happiness.
That's scarily personalized, by the way. That's really scarily personalized.
I can give you another example, which is where we're trying to use generational AI, Gen AI, to kind of see how we can use that in the future. So one use of Gen AI for me is the fact that imagine when you call at a consumer call center, and based on the tonality in your voice, if I can predict how likely you're going to respond to a particular solution I'm going to offer to you, so that I can actually offer the right solution to you so that solves your problem. And only if I can kind of predict your behavior, I can actually do something which is going to drive better consumer experience. So that's a great example of how we want to use Gen AI moving forward.
Yeah, your thoughts on this, on this entire personalization that, Rohit just spoke about, and how Gen AI can be used effectively to create this personalized messaging, at the same time not being too intrusive into that person's life.
Well,
is it possible at all in this day and age?
So firstly, I think AI's promise will definitely enable two things: smarter advertising, delivering better results. Right? But let me take a step back to just simplify this AI for a bit. Right? The best analogy to understand this is like a human brain. There is a left brain, there is a right brain. Right? The left brain is equal to like the analytical AI or an embedded AI that we have, which has become very, very good at two things: summarization, right, and prediction, right? Much better than in the past.
Sure.
But it is the right brain, which is equivalent of generative AI, is what is creating all this buzz, because what that can do are again like a couple of things, right? Like creative transformation and conversational ability. Right? And the magic that what Rohit is talking about, and the promise to all the marketeers, is that the promised land is the combination of this analytical AI and generative AI, right? For a marketeer it is actually transformatory in nature, right? Because if you have great data about your consumers, your ability to kind of deliver smarter ads, more personalized ads, to deliver the right message at the right time to the right user who is seeking out for you is actually exponential. And if there is a right creative, which is far more effective at that point in time, it is also transformatory. Building brands, for long term is a far better way to build profitable businesses, right, over time. And that is becoming like how to build brands digitally is an unsolved problem. And I think Gen AI is going to make that a reality in my view, because the ability to solve for creative across different platforms, across different screens, and in the right context, right, is an overwhelming for a brand marketeer, right? Yeah. So Gen AI is actually going to solve for some of these things. So if you look at some examples like a Cadbury's happy birthday song, you can have a personalized song for every birthday created for you. Or many of these examples that are actually happening, it's brand advertising personalized, right, at scale.
Monica, final thoughts, on, how a vision that believes or reflects the report as well when it comes to AI going forward.
So we got to embrace the gray, where you don't have black and white answers. You don't have ready frameworks. There are many myths which are not completely busted, right? And there's a lot of unpacking to do along the way, right? So we've been really trying to solve for this journey of being in the gray as a body. And what we believe is that the only way forward is to ride on collective wisdom, right? That is the only way forward, where you enable platforms for shared learning, you enable platforms for continuous experimentation, and you enable a lot of peer learning, right? And that is what this report is attempting, right? So this report primarily has brought together experts from across the ecosystem, be it the practitioner, be it the marketer, be it the agency, be it the investor who's actively investing in marketing stacks, not a not a regular investor, right? And all of these, the attempt is to bring out insights, to bring out learnings, to bring out a whole lot of perspective on how do you embrace this journey, right? And really evolve along the way to be able to unpack these answers and embrace AI at scale.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and thank you for joining us today.
Thank
Thank
you
you for having
Thank you
us.
for having us.
Thanks.
With that, it's a wrap on this special. Goodbye.